Welcome to Rolled and Bones, and today we're going to be looking at the Incal Infinite, a game designed by Guillaume Montiage and Manuel Rozoy. Apologies if I butchered your names there, guys. This is being published by Why Not AI, and as a brief disclaimer, as this came up during the playthroughs we had at our local gaming convention, the full publisher name is Why Not Animation et Interaction, not asking why not use artificial intelligence. Furthermore, this preview copy was provided by the kind folks at Why Not AI, and this video is not sponsored. The thoughts around this game are my own, and now, with the power of YouTube magic, let's have a brief look at how it plays. Based on the cult classic comic book The Incal, 2 to 4 players will work together to learn enough information about the Incal chits so that one person can spend their turn trying to reveal them in ascending order and complete the transfiguration ritual. To get to a point where this is possible, working together, the team must perform revelations, which are achieved by successfully getting combinations of card in each location that match the location's condition. Whoever completes the combination to perform the revelation is allowed to secretly look at the information on the chit, but is not allowed to share this with the rest of the group. The secret to winning this game is managing to get enough information on the chits into the hands of one player so that they can successfully perform the transfiguration ritual before the various lose conditions are met. For a further in-depth look at the rules, there are other videos available, but we won't be covering them here. So what do we think of this game? Let's get some negatives out of the way, and yet another disclaimer that the copy we were provided is a preview copy, and some of the complaints raised during our playthroughs may not be relevant, especially when it comes to rules errors and confusions. And the rules were fine. Grammatical errors aside, we've seen worse rulebooks, and although we believe that the game setup could be reworded to be clearer for the initial setup, as we made quite an obvious mistake on our first play, that could have been avoided. The opinion on the artwork in the groups I played with was divisive to say the least, with some people loving it and some people outright hating it. None of the people who played the game, including myself, had any knowledge of the comic books prior to playing the game, so we had to take the artwork and more importantly the theme at face value, and the theme was fine. One of the locations being named Suicide Alley and having no further context unless you know the story may hit close to home with some people and should be kept in mind when introducing the game to new groups. A couple of people did complain about component quality, with the main concern being around the cards. However, as this is a preview copy that is subject to change and at the price point they're looking for, it's also fine. Not good, not bad, just fine. Now, on to the positives that start off sounding like a negative. During our first playthrough of the game, after we had fumbled our way through the rules and finally got going, we didn't really understand our motivation to do the things it was asking us to do, or why this game was actually a game at all. It seemed overly simplistic and straightforward to the point we were genuinely worried that there just wasn't enough here for us to enjoy. Fast forward 10 minutes and the scene has changed. Now surrounding these 6 locations were 4 grown-ass men, head in hands, trying to calculate how they're going to perform their moves in such a way that does not trigger the various lose conditions. Spoiler alert. We did not manage to avoid triggering one of those lose conditions. And this was where I knew this game had something. After we had lost the game, we didn't complain about the rules being janky, or the components being subpar, or the artwork being divisive. We talked about what mistakes we had made, and we talked about how we were going to do better next time. We sat huddled around the 6 locations, jabbing at them wildly while we explained our plans of actions and how we were definitely going to succeed on our very next attempt. Spoiler alert. We did not succeed on our very next attempt. But this game did something that I need a game to do. It got us talking. It got us laughing, and it kept us engaged. Now, we here at Rolled and Bones don't want to start giving out arbitrary numbers to indicate what we think about a game. So instead, we will say this. If you're already a fan of the Incal, this game may have more to offer you than it did the groups we played it with, and let's be honest, you're already going to buy this. For everyone else, if you like co-op games and like their artwork, then I don't think it would be wrong of me to recommend that you take the chance and buy this game. If you like co-op but don't like the artwork, I would still highly recommend that you at least try it, as there is enough head scratching here to keep you occupied and enough variation to keep you coming back. Final verdict. We give this game 3 skulls and 2 knuckle bones, which don't mean anything at all, so we will instead give it a buy or try recommendation. As for me, this game will be staying in my collection for quite some time, as I look forward to introducing it to new people. Now, if you've enjoyed this review or just the timbre of my voice and want to support us, please like and subscribe and leave a comment in the catacombs below to feed the algorithm. Until next time, roll 'em!